The BMW M5 CS is the ultimate German muscle car. From its M-powered twin-powered turbo V8 to its blocky physique, the M5 is in many ways Germany's Hellcat. An apex predator among other saloons on the market, and standing far above those that came before it, the M5 CS strikes exhilarating fear into the hearts of many four-door enthusiasts. With a finishing time of 7 minutes, 29 seconds, and 57 milliseconds on the Nürburgring, the M5 CS places above cars such as the SLS AMG GT, Corvette Stingray, and 911 Carrera S. Quite impressive for a car weighing over 1,800 kilograms. It also manages a peak speed on the Nürburgring of 185 miles per hour, which places it above the AMG GTR Pro and its compatriot, the BMW M5 competition. Adding to its repertoire, the BMW M5 CS also carries very prestigious design limitations, such as bright yellow headlights and 4 bucket seats, which are able to equip harnesses if needed. The family saloon also is limited to 3 distinct colors, ranging from green to silver in either a gloss or a matte finish. However, the most notable thing that sets the M5 CS apart above in the BMW lineup is the copious amount of bronze trim detailed on the car, especially on its rims. When it comes to top drives, the BMW M5 CS has a handling score of 89, which honestly isn't very impressive, but it's compensated by its staggering 0 to 60 of 2.9 seconds, along with a 4-wheel drive drivetrain and performance tires. It also currently stands as the highest RQ performance tire saloon in the game. But here's to hoping it doesn't just talk the talk, but that it walks the walk as well. So introducing your next prize car, the BMW M5 CS, as distinctive as it is powerful. Yo guys, what is going on? Blossom is back and welcome back to another episode of Top Drives. I hope you enjoyed that autobiography of the BMW M5 CS. It is a prize car that I'm genuinely excited for. I wasn't really excited for the Lotus, wasn't really motivated to compete for it either. And it was the same thing for the Lancia, but the Lancia I do think is a pretty cool car. But the M5 CS is probably the first prize car since the Hennessy last year, which is a prize car that I genuinely really want. As you guys know, I am a saloon collector, and the BMW M5, like I said in the autobiography, is the highest RQ performance tire saloon, which hopefully, like I said, you know, it stands up to its RQ and not be a disappointment. That's the only thing. If the MRA is bad on the car, it will end up being a disappointment, which is really sad, but I do hope that it turns out to be really, really strong. It's got a good 0 to 60, but like I said, the handling isn't very good. The benchmark that I like to use for performance tire cars is that you should have at least the same handling as your RQ, at least for 90 plus. You know what I mean? Like, no RQ 90 car should have less than 90 handling unless you're known for having amazing MRA. So I just really hope that this car just turns out to be really freaking good. I mean, I did a lot of research on the M5 CS before I made the autobiography, obviously. And although BMW states that it has a 2.90 to 60, there were a couple sources, including Doug DeMuro, that said that, and like there were some people that raced the M5 CS, and it was actually capable of hitting 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds, which is insane once again for a 4-door saloon. Now, one thing that I found interesting about the M5 CS is that it actually is a 4-seater. I'm not sure if Hutch knows that, so let's check it out to see if they got their numbers and facts right. Oh, they did. Okay, cool. Yeah, the cool thing about the M5 CS is that it actually has bucket seats, and it has 2 bucket seats in the back, so it doesn't have, you know, that third, I guess, back seat. Like, it is a 4-seater, which is really interesting. A 4-seater saloon with 4 doors. But yeah, man, I really do want this car because I am a saloon collector, and I have, well, I wouldn't say I have a lot of saloons. Like, I have some. Obviously, like, I would love to get the M3 Competition MX drive. I will max that like in a heartbeat, honestly. I would also like the Mercedes AMG GT 4-door, but the picture on this is really ugly, to be fair. The only one where I didn't really win was the Q50 El Rouge, but it's a crap car. I mean, this, I don't know, it's the opposite of the M5CS kind of, as in like this has the MRA, but it has no 0 to 60, it has no handling. That is to say that the M5CS has no MRA though. I really hope that it doesn't. I really hope that this car actually has MRA. But yeah, one thing that I find really interesting about the M5CS is the design, you know, like the trim around the grille, that's always going to be bronze. The rims are always going to be bronze. This reminds me of like the Porsche, the 911 GT3 RS, how you could only get that in 2 colorways. You could only get that in the blue and the red on the white. And it's very similar on this M5CS. You're only given, I think, like green, gray, gloss gray, and matte gray, something like that. So yeah, it's really, really cool, to be fair. Like, this is a really cool car. I genuinely do want it. What I'm not excited about, and this has been a thing going on with a lot of Hutch events recently, honestly, whoever is designing, I'm just gonna be completely honest, whoever is designing the events for Top Drives right now, if you're watching this video, get fired, please. Actually, I hate you. The track sets since the qualifiers for the Lancia LC1 have been atrocious. Nobody likes them. Literally, looking at the people in my server, everybody hates these track sets. These kind of track sets where there isn't one hand that is like the safe option. Like, there's always that one bogey track set that just ruins your day. And it's the same thing over here. There's this one track set where there's no off-road, but there's all rain, where your all surface tire cars are just going to suffer on. But you want to use these cars anyway because the other 3 track sets are all basically like, you know, wet or some crap like that. I've also totally forgotten what I was using for this. What was the hand that I was using? You know what? I need to check my phone. I'll be back in a second. Okay, hi, I'm back. Yeah, I totally forgot what hand I was using. So I was using something like this. Basically like 3 off-road tire cars, 1 4-wheel drive performance, and a standard tire. Okay, so yeah, you see what I mean? Like, this is a really good track set for the hand that I'm using because there's off-road tires. But then there are other track sets. Like, there's the one track set, like I said, there's always that one bogey track set where it just ruins everybody's day. And there's always that one guy that isn't running any off-road tires. He's running 4, you know, standard tire cars, and you have no chance at beating him, even though you can beat him in all the other 3. Like, I hate that. I actually hate that. The person, like I said, the person designing these events since that LC1 qualifiers or whatever, just get out. You're not making the game fun. You're making the game stressful. Let me know down in the comments below if you agree or disagree. Do you like these requirements that we've been getting recently? Because honestly, like, they're not fun. Like, I think there was the other one with the was it the prelims or the qualifiers for the LC1, where it was like there was some off-road, but then there was some medium ground clearance where you needed to use medium ground clearance cars, but then there were some other track sets where it was like all wet. I can't remember anymore. I can't remember what the track sets were. I don't want to remember. They're also really hard to remember because they're all so different. But yeah, dude, like, the track set it's just not fun. I just did not have any fun at all. But anyway, I'm gonna, oh, actually, I'll put you on the slot. See, I really wanted to use the Audi. Because of this testable track set. The only issue is that it's really expensive in RQ, and I don't think I have the cars. Okay, let's see where we can put our off-road tire cars first. We'll do that. I think we'll get 3 win conditions. We'll lose pretty heavy on the slalom, and we're also gonna lose on the test bowl, but not too heavy. 268 to 137. I mean, this is, oh, the game crashed. Okay, well, the game crashed, but I reloaded it up again, and yeah, I mean, obviously the game, I guess BlueStacks didn't even want to see that event go by because the track sets were so bad. Well, we'll continue anyway. We'll go on to the next one. I mean, I would like to get the carbon fiber, but the thing, okay, you know what? The thing about this event is, like, it basically forces you to play. Because, like, no one is actually safe. You can't just rank up like 20 races and then, like, go to sleep. Like, you need to be actively playing, because, like, if anyone races against you and they get lucky and they're running like standard tire cars and they get the tracks that have all rain, they're gonna be unbeatable, basically. You know what I mean? Like, nobody is actually safe in these kind of events, and I hate that, especially currently when I'm living in Asia. You're really gonna expect and force me to wake up at 6 a.m. just to play in your stupid event? Absolutely not. I'm not gonna do that. I'm only gonna do that nowadays for a tri-series that I want, and unfortunately this time I actually really want the whatchamacallit, What's the car called? The M5CS. This entire video is about the M5CS, and I didn't even know. Okay. Anyway, for slalom, this is an interesting one. I think I'm actually going to lose, but I need to put my four-wheel drive there. I believe I'll win the half mile as well, but I feel safer putting the car at the higher top speed. But then the Opel Corsa is better, but I want to put it on a different track set anyway, so I'll put you here. I hope my thought process made sense to you guys. I just think that this is the best way because I wanted to win bigger on the twisty road. But hopefully we win this. So yeah, 92 points. I mean, that's not a lot, but we do take the dub. All right, 3 stars. See, the thing is, right, if that was a track set with 3 wets or like all wet or whatever that track set was, that hand would have been unbeatable. But anyway, moving on. At least as long as we get the track sets with just like off-road, I think for the most part we should be relatively safe. This event would be really good for my all-surface tire WRX, but the only issue is that the RQ limit is so damn low. Like, what do you want me to use? Maybe I should copy this hand. I don't know. Like, the Peugeot 208 WRX would be pretty strong for this event, honestly. Or the 205. You can save a little bit of RQ of the 205 and have my 205 a little bit upgraded as well. I don't know, actually. I don't know. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. I want to see how bad I lose by on the 1 mile. The only issue is I don't want to waste this car on the 1 mile. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're going to lose. I'm going to lose that. I'm going to win this. I'm going to win this, and I'm going to win this, and I'm going to lose the 1 mile. So, best case scenario, it looks like I do win 3 races over here. Like I said, that Peugeot 208 WRX would be a great car for this, but the RQ limit for this event is incredibly low. It's lower than my IQ. So, I don't know if I can run that WRX, especially with the conditions. When it comes to off-road, it's like you need cars that are somewhat similar. If not, you're going to lose by a crap ton. And we're already on the losing side because we lost the slalom so heavily. We win this one. Oh, okay, 89. That should be fine as long as I don't lose by too many points. I'm off the line quicker and we lose by 50. Okay, that makes sense actually, because with off-road tires you are off the line quicker, especially in the snow. I think this is a pretty decent hand that I'm running, and that was 5 races already, so done and dusted. So the next event that I'm going to join is the BMW M5 prelims, as I always do with these kind of videos. We got to join the prelims. I do genuinely want this car because it's a car that I've not unpacked, and I love the photo, and I'm pretty sure it was taken from Top Gear. The only issue is that this event is literally like bending over for the what is it, for the Avija. That's right. Like, if you don't have the Avija, you're not going to survive in this event. No matter what, it's just not going to happen. And like, I get it, you want to award the people that spend a lot of money on winning their car, but like an event like this is just way too obvious and also kind of not fair. Not to say that it's not fair because I didn't win the Avija. I think that this event is justifiable. It's just that just be freaking consistent about it. You know what I mean? Like when I won the Peugeot T16, where are all the events that were bending over for the Peugeot T16? When I won, what else? When I won the Hennessy, where were the dedicated prelim event that, you know, I bent over for the Hennessy? You know what I mean? Like, this event clearly is bending over for the Avija. Like I said, it's fine. It's just that if you're gonna do that for the Avija, at least do that for every single prize car and not a select few. You know what I mean? Because I don't remember any special event that was dedicated for my Hennessy, my Peugeot T16, my Bugatti Chiron, but I do remember on the Bugatti Chiron one, when I won my Bugatti Chiron. Now this is very fresh in my mind because I just thought it was a really funny coincidence. Maybe it wasn't a coincidence, but when I won the Bugatti Chiron Sport, the next day in clubs, the requirements were actually 5 times French. So I thought that was pretty funny, but I don't know if that was a coincidence. I don't know if that was intentional or not. But yeah, dude, like I'm saying, like, just be consistent. If you're gonna make an event that bends over for the Avija, then make an event that bends over for every prize car within a week of you winning it. You know what I mean? Like, that would at least give me more incentive to win the car, because I'll be like, oh, if I win this prize car, then, you know, at least I know that I'll be able to succeed in the next 1 or 2 ceramic or carbon events after that. But yeah, I don't know, man. If you have the Avija, you basically win. No, there's no car, there's no other Lotus. The Avija is so far above everything else. It's actually truly like one-sided, because the Avija is just gonna win by like 300 points maybe. It was really dumb of me to put the Lotus Carlton on fast circuit. I wasn't thinking. I was just assuming, oh, you know, Epic's gonna be on the big drags because Epics are good. But yeah, that Carlton would have fared better, to be fair. But we'll just see how far we can get. I mean, getting a carbon fiber would be fairly, like, it would be cool. But this event really is an Avija or die. Like, if there's at least 10 people in the bracket with the Avija, I have no chance, like 0. But so far, we are still alive. We are still hot. We'll see how far we can go. I do have a couple of maxed low tie laying around. Most of them were kind of just Lotuses that I maxed with tokens. Because the Exige Cup 430 as well as the Evora that I'm using in the 5th race are just cars that I owned when they were legendary and they were always around. And when they went down to Epic, I saw the value in them and I used my Epic tokens on 2 of the Lotuses. So that's pretty cool. And also shout out, if you don't follow my Instagram, then you would know that there are 3 new additions to my Lotus collection. Only 4 days ago, this would have looked very, very different. So from the qualifiers, I got first place. I really wanted the Exige V6, mainly because I knew how important this car was going to be, especially since I really want the M5. So I got this, and as you can see, it's only 2 days old. And from the same pack, this was the 5th card. The 6th was the Lotus Exige V6 Cup R. Now, this was an amazing pull. I'm already slowly working on maxing it out. It just has one more upgrade in the weight, and then it'll be done. It'll be maxed. And as you can see, I've also had it 2 days ago as well. And then the newest inclusion to my collection is the Lotus Evora GT that you see over here. I unpacked it today. So as you can see, owned it for 0 days with 0 races and a 0% win ratio. The only thing about the Evora GT is that it's kind of useless. Like, it's worse than the Evora Sport 410. I already checked the times on Top Drive's records. This is just the better car, so you want to use that anyway, you know what I mean? And it's also worse than the Lotus Exige V6, which is a car that a lot of people may own now because it was given out as a prize. So that Epic is only going to be maxed out of desperation. It's not a bad car. Before PL15, you can even say that that was a great car, but now, yeah, now it ain't much no more, Chief. Alright, let's see what's next. Yeah, see, this event, like, what the hell is this event? There's a 0 to 200. Like, if you don't have the Lotus Evija, like, you should just concede. This actually just is a one prize car or die. They've never made it so obvious as it is with this event. And I mean, congratulations to you if you won the Lotus Evija, man. I mean, at least you have this event easily on lockdown for you now. The only way that you could really mess this up if you had the Evija is if you had like 4 rares to back it up. But yeah, you know what? It's funny because before that Lotus Evija was given out, and after all the Evora nerfs, this was like the drag Lotus, right? The Lotus Carlton was the drag Lotus. So imagine like the gap between your 100 RQ Lotus Evija with a 2.90 to 60, which I still think is very weak for an RQ 100, and then you compare it to the 4.1 second max Lotus Carlton. It's just night and day, dude. It's night and day. There's nothing you can do if you have the right car. But yeah, let's move on. I mean, it looks like we can actually get 5 and 0, which is pretty nice. This probably is a new bracket. I did not even pay attention to how many people are in the bracket, so we can go check it out now. Click yes. 314 to 92. We're 5 and 0 in the top 13. I want to say 120 people. If there was less than 100 people, then I would be top 10 with 5 races, I believe. So yeah, 120. Wow. Actually, you know what? That's really close. That's actually really, really close. I wasn't expecting it to be that close. Okay, fair play, man. Fair play. But yeah, 13th in the BMW M5 prelims and 2nd in the this event. Like, look, I've already reviewed the carbon fiber. The carbon fiber isn't even that good, but I do want an ultra anyway. But this event is just not. It's just not it. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comments below if you're gonna be gunning for the BMW M5 CS or not. I'm definitely gonna give my best shot. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe, wash your hands, and blossom out. Peace.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Sit back, relax in my Bonneville Pontiac. Hold tight all night, cruise to Jacksonville
Atlantic.
Blonde hair, don't care, look like Leslie Brooks. Pin up girls everywhere with the drop dead look. Swing it side to side as we slow dance to the